What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from Brooklyn, New York. This is Joshua's Proximity. We are officially in the last elimination game for the NBA Play-In Tournament. And for those of you that don't know, the Play-In Tournament deprives of 4 teams from each conference. It's going to be the 7th through the 10th seed on both sides, the East and the West. So the 7th and 8th, they play each other. The loser of that then goes into the final 8th seeding game. The winner of the 7th, 8th seed, the winner becomes the 7th seed. The loser then plays the winner of the 9th, 10th seed. So whoever wins the 9th, 10th seed, then they play the 8th seed, the loser of the 7th, 8th game. And then that final game determines the rest of the playoff picture. I'm going to get to that in a second. But I do want to just talk about WrestleMania. So WrestleMania has been something that has been around for quite some time, long before I was born. It was one of those events that if you had time, my dad would literally go and rent a Time Warner cable box, purchase WrestleMania for me and my friends. We would have a whole pizza, chicken wings, everything just for. Back then it was one day on a Sunday. But now it is a 2-day event in Las Vegas. And me and my homeboys were having a spirit debate on Xbox. He was saying, one guy in particular was stating that WrestleMania tickets are like $10,000. I'm like, bro, nobody can afford that. If anything, the WrestleMania tickets are never going to be that high because it's a 2-day event. Now, if it was a 1-day event like back in the day, I could get with you. But it's a 2-day event. It's in Las Vegas. People are flying all from different parts of the United States. Hell, maybe even from Canada, South America, just different parts of the world to come watch this event. So there's going to be some great matches. I'm definitely going to tap in. You guys know I'm not too very knowledgeable on wrestling like I was back in the day. But I look forward to the Saturday event. I look forward to the Sunday event. And it's going to be some great matches. So looking back to kind of rekindle my childhood, and that's just kind of how we're going to go. But now let's talk about and let's transition into the NBA playoffs. So once again, this is what the current bracket looks like. Obviously, the games have already been played out, the 9th, 10th, 7th, 8th. So the games that's happening tonight, you got the Golden State Warriors versus the Phoenix Suns for that final 8th spot. And you got the Charlotte Hornets versus the Orlando Magic for that final 8th spot as well. Those games start off at 7:30 East Coast time. Obviously, Hornets versus Magic. And then in the 10 p.m. game, you got the Phoenix Suns versus the Golden State Warriors. And before I get into those two matchups, the rest of the matchups, if you just look at this bracket just one more time, whoever wins this game, they're liable to get swept by both number 1 seeds. If the Magic win, they're liable to get swept by the Detroit Pistons. If the Hornets win, they're more than likely going to get swept by the Detroit Pistons. It could be said for the same thing for the West. If the Golden State Warriors win, they will not win one game against Oklahoma City. I think the Suns might be able to get a game against Oklahoma City, but it'll be a gentleman's sweep. So these are the games that are happening this week after tonight's game. So starting on tomorrow, it's going to be the Raptors versus Cavs, the Wolves versus the Denver Nuggets, the Hawks versus Knicks. The city is on fire right now. A lot of buzz around that matchup. The Rockets versus Lakers. And that's it for tomorrow's slate. Sunday slate, you got the 76ers versus the Boston Celtics. The winner of the Golden State Warriors Suns game versus the Thunder. Then you got the winner of the Hornets Magic game versus the Pistons. And then the final game for Sunday night is going to be the Trailblazers versus Spurs. Tonight is going to be very impactful. Just going into game 1, these are the multiple guys that are going to impact the game, probably the biggest. Franz Wagner is going to be the very first person that we kick it off with. He has got to get going. Last week he didn't do anything. He was a main reason why they failed and they didn't win against the 76ers. I know a lot of people were all on Paolo Banchero, but he didn't play well at all either, y'all. And it's not fair to Paolo Banchero for him to shoulder all that blame, especially the way that this Joker was playing. You are a potential all-star type caliber player. You are a foreign basketball player. You guys know about the spill that I just had last week. Foreign guys are taking over the NBA. Franz Wagner, you got to show up. When it comes to the Charlotte Hornets, Miles Bridges, you got to continue to do what you did. You had a game-sealing block on the last game, but you got to be able to continue to produce. You're not going to be able just to get away with LaMelo Ball taking and making all the shots. Con Kneppel, I think I said his last name correct. He's got to hit a damn three-pointer. He came out, he didn't hit nothing. He was borderline unplayable on their last game. He was damn near the focal reason why they lost. If Bam Adebayo plays, they lose that game. Kobe White had the clutchest shot to tie the game, to send the game into OT. He's got to be able to perform tonight. And all eyes are all on these four guys. Franz Wagner, Miles Bridges, Con Kneppel, Kobe White. And then last but not least, it comes down to the superstars. What are y'all going to do? LaMelo Ball, Paolo Banchero, they got clips of you missing wide open jump shots. They have you on a top 5 montage of the worst plays from the play-in tournament. Please don't do that again this week. LaMelo Ball, we know what you did, but let's not trip anybody this week, my guy. Just go out here. Let's play some great basketball. Y'all are in the great state of Florida. You're playing in Orlando. I'm assuming it's going to be beautiful outside. A perfect day for basketball. Just go down there and produce. Let's not eat any junk food. Just go down there, play hard, solid basketball. I ultimately think that the Magic find a way to come away with the win. I think Paolo Banchero definitely bounces back. I think Franz Wagner has an outstanding game. I'm going 25. I see him having 25. He's going to need 25, especially after the way that he played last week. So that is my ultimate predictions. I think that the Magic will end up playing the Pistons in the first round. It feels like the Hornets are just away from becoming not even a competitive team, but they got to get some more star power. Miles Bridges, Con Kneppel, LaMelo Ball, Kobe White, it's not enough in the East Coast. The East is not like it was back in the day when LeBron was playing. It's very wide open and a lot more competitive. You need to find a way to land one of these top free agent guys. And game number 2, arguably a jam-packed game. Y'all saw the montage with Devin Booker last week. I don't expect it to happen again tonight. I expect him to go for 30 plus. Jalen Green had 35. Devin Booker started off hot, had 12 in the first quarter, ended with 22. And we know what Stephen Curry brings. We know the 37 points that he had, the way that he came back against Kawhi Leonard. But did he expend too much during that game? Did he use up too much energy? I think this is the time that we see the Phoenix Suns shut out the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors find a way to move on to next season. We don't know exactly what they're going to look like, but I think it's going to come down, obviously, to Devin Booker. The ball's going to be in his hands. He has to score and score at a high level, and I think that's what he'll do. So I think that it's some great matches coming up right now in the NBA, some great quality basketball. The way that Amazon Prime, I don't like that the games are on there, but they've got more viewership than they have in the last 5 years. Why not? So, once again, Josh's Proximity, some great baseball games going on right now. Let me check if my Mets are winning. I know that we were down 4-0, ended up down 3-4, and went down 7-3, middle of the 6th. We left somebody stranded. It's real bad baseball out here in New York City. So, Hopefully, we can get this thing going. I look forward to see exactly how we're going to turn this around. But Josh's proximity,